HMO TV people! Right then, this is episode 5 of our big, huge 11-bed student accommodation HMO conversion. So this is 2 properties that we've combined into one gigantic thing, and we're doing extensions and all sorts of stuff. And in this particular video, I wasn't present. My trusty steed, my trusty fellow colleague, Spider Kwok, aka Joe Kwok, has done this. So it's a real treat for you. So watch it, people, and see what you think.
So, welcome to this refurbishment. As you can see, I think a lot has changed since I last did a video. I actually came over here to do some update pictures since it's been a few weeks since we did the last ones. But in those 3 weeks' time, we have done a lot. As you can see, this is the entrance to the new living room and kitchen area, and we've raised the floors. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to give you a little tour on what we've been doing as for the layout. We've got some steps down here now. So this is going to be the new kitchen living room area, and as you can see, it's huge. It is quite big, and we're building an extension on the outside. So you see where the windows are there, that's going to be knocked through, and we'll be building an extension to the outhouse, so that it gives quite a lot of communal spaces for the students, for the tenants. So other things we're throwing in here, as you can see, we're bricking inwards a little area here, which is basically the bin store is going to be on the other side of this of these blocks. On top of here, we thought of something quirky. I think John's explained it before, but this is going to be kind of like a seating area where, you know, we're going to upholstery this platform so that, you know, the students have somewhere to sit and chill, and, you know, put some bean bags up there. So it'll be a really nice, cool spot for them to hang around. As you can see down here, we've got some huge gates. So when we put the bins in there, it's quite easy access to get rid of waste, which is one of the things that we do find managing large HMOs like this, is that waste is always a problem. And to properly manage it sometimes can be quite hard because, you know, tenants, the more tenants there are, they tend to rely on others to clean up after them, which isn't the best. So by doing this, we're hopefully going to make it easier for them to, you know, keep on top of the waste once they all start living in here. So let's go over to all the bedrooms. So it's like a maze in here, so we can quite easily get lost. But overall, downstairs we've got 3 bedrooms. Upstairs we've got 5 or 6, and then at the very top, the loft, we've got 3 to make up 11. So I can see it's all studded out. We're putting in structure for the en-suites. You can't really see that in there, but it's going to be an ensuite in here. And we're doing our usual thing in making the wardrobes built in. So that saves on costs, maintenance, and a lot of other stuff. And it looks better as well by having it all integrated. What's really cool is that because the elevation is a bit different, we're raising the floors on some of the bedrooms, and even upstairs you'll see in a second, there's parts that's been raised, and so it's quite cool. The building's, you know, it's not a straightforward building to refurb this. So I can see here we've taken out that entire wall, going to put in new windows, and the floor's been raised, so there's no step leading downwards. All it needs is insulation. So we're about at the stage of where we can do the first fix. So if we go outside, so we've already started getting rid of all the rocks that's been there. Ready in for the digger to upgrade the drains. You know, some of that's been dug downwards. And as I say, here, this metal structure, stairs, are going to come out, and we'll be building outwards in brick the extension to this outhouse, which is again going to be another kind of like quirky communal space. I mean, the floor size is it's not too bad actually. I think it's at least 10 square meters in here, but it's going to have 2 levels. So we've got downstairs, and we're going to have I'm thinking we're having a spiral staircase up to the first floor. So here is where we're planning on putting washing machines and dryers. So it's kind of like detached from the house, so that, you know, the noise can't penetrate through the, you know, through the living area when the tenants want to watch TV. So that's cool. Right, so first floor, all these bedrooms now. There's one in front of me, there's two down here, and then there's two on this side. So they've all been nicely separated. Some rooms are obviously bigger than others, but on the whole, they're all decent sized. I mean, most of them are 10 square meters, if not a bit more. Especially the loft rooms, they're huge. So again, this one, I've got an ensuite there. We're going to build in the wardrobe in here. Going to make it really funky. Lots of storage space. You can see, and put a lot of rails around and little boxes for people. And you can see here right now, this is the ensuite, and then the ensuite on the other side. So it's all back to back. Makes it easy for the plumbing. Going to this one. That door's going to be blocked off, so it's going to be bricked up, and the window's going to be put on top of it for regulation sakes. And then on this end, so this is one of the smaller ones, and the angle's a bit quirky. So we're going to think, probably put the bed on that side and think of some way to, you know, make the rest of the room functional, which is why we've got a built-in wardrobe in there, because that saves on space and helps it become more functional, flow better. Which is a big thing really for HMO of this size. You really, you know, the design of it, we've spent a lot of time on the design and the layout, so that the flow is maximised, and when people do viewings, what do they buy on? They buy on good feel and emotions. So if that's all good, then they tend to sell out pretty fast. And as again, it's for students. So, you know, I think students nowadays, they would really appreciate having their own ensuite rather than having 4 or 5 people sharing one bathroom, which is kind of like the old school kind of setup. And I don't think it really works anymore like that. There you go. Oh, I can't wait to put the finishing touches and the stuff you can see on the surface, because we're turning this one into an urban themed property. So, but yeah, so in this loft room, they're both the same size, but for some reason I feel this one's a bit bigger. We're gonna do something funky with, you know, built-in storage again. But look, check out the Veluxes. They just letting so much light. It's beautiful. And then obviously we've got the ensuite in here. There's this other room with this massive steel. Gosh, I can't lift one of those up. It's a good thing it's not me doing it. So we're going to put the bed there. I'm going to build in the wardrobe on that side and have a really nice swanky pad. And finally, for the last room, we'll have to reconfigure this as well. Down here you can see we're going to have some stairs because it's it's dropping down. And again, this is the biggest room in the house because it's basically half of the roof. You can see we've got an ensuite middle there, and we've got plenty of space to play around with putting beds in and furniture. I might even put a little small settee somewhere here just to make that extra coziness for the tenant. And no, I think they'll love it. Makes me jealous. I didn't get a room like this when I was a student, so you know what I mean. It makes me happy to be able to provide you know, rooms, houses that are of this quality. Yeah, so that's it for this time. So if you like the video, feel free to leave a comment, ask any questions. Probably be re-uploading this at some point to YouTube for the playlist. So if you do like it, you know, let us know. Hit subscribe, baby. See you guys later.